Good afternoon. These are going to be your notes for solving exponential equations. Okay, so the steps for solving exponential equations is to determine if the numbers can be written using the same base. If so, you go to step 2. If not, stop and use the steps for solving an exponential equation with different bases. Okay, step number 2 is to rewrite the problem using the same base. Step 3 is to use the properties of exponents to simplify the problem. 4 says once the bases are the same, drop the bases and set the exponents equal to each other. And step number 5 says finish solving the problem by isolating the variable. Okay, I'm going to review a couple of solving with exponent rules. So if you have x squared times x to the third, the rule is to add the exponents, so you have x to the fifth. Okay. Next, if you have x squared to the third, that is power of a power, so you multiply and you get x to the sixth. When you have a negative exponent, like x to the negative 5, you use the reciprocal and make the exponent positive. If I had x to the 0 power, I would have 1, because anything to the 0 power is 1. And then I can rewrite the square root of x as x to the 1/2. Okay, so those are some of the exponent rules we did at the beginning that maybe you need to remember to be able to solve these. Okay, so number 1 is 5 to the a minus 3 equals 5 to the 2a. Okay, so you can see they have the same base, so I'm going to drop the base and set the exponents equal to each other. So I have a minus 3 equals 2a. From there, I'm just going to use my problem solving skills, or rules. So we have subtract a from both sides. So I have negative 3 equals a. Okay. Number 2 is 6 to the 2 minus 2n equals 6 to the negative 3n. The bases are both 6, so I can drop those and just use the exponents. So I have 2 minus 2n equals negative 3n. And then I'm going to use problem solving rules. So I'm going to add 2n. So I have 2 equals negative n. And we can't leave an exponent negative, so negative 2 equals n. Okay, on number 3, says 4 to the 2v equals 16 to the v. Okay, now I don't have the same bases here, so I need to rewrite 16. So we have 4 to the 2v equals, and I can rewrite 16 as 4 squared to the v. Okay, now I need to use my exponent rules. So I have 4 to the 2v equals 4 to the 2v. So we need to multiply those. Now that I have same bases and no work to do, I can drop the bases. So I have 2v equals 2v, which we know is all real numbers. Okay. On number 4, I have 125 to the 2c equals 625 to the c minus 1. If you're not good with your exponents, you're just going to have to take your calculator and play around and see, well, what can I multiply, or what has the roots to give me the same base number. In this case, they both have a base of 5. So I'm going to rewrite 125 as 5 cubed to the 2c equals 5 to the 4th to the c minus 1. Okay, so then I have power to a power, so I need to multiply. So 5 to the 6c equals, and then I'm going to distribute the 4 to both. So 5 to the 4c minus 4. Now that I've written with same base, I can drop it So I have 6c equals 4c minus 4. So add 4. Oh, sorry. Don't add 4. Add 4c, or subtract 4c. So I have 2c equals negative 4. Divide by positive 2. Jeez. So c equals negative 2. Alright, let's see if I can not triple over my words this one. So I have 216 to the x plus 3 and 36. So I'm going to rewrite those with a base of 6. So I have 6 cubed to the x plus 3 equals 6 squared. On the left side, I need to multiply those. So I have 6 to the 3x plus 9 equals 6 squared. So now that I have the same bases, I can drop them again. I have 3x plus 9 equals 2. So I'm going to subtract 9. So 3x equals negative 7. Divide both sides by 3. X equals negative 7 thirds. On number 6, when something equals 1, it's not going to have a power. So you're going to drop these, or we know that it has to equal 0. Anything to the 0 power is 1. So this would be 2b equals 0. Divide by 2. So b equals 0. Okay, and just to prove that that's true, if I put the 0 in, 2 times 0 is 0. 4 to the 0 power is 1, and 1 equals 1. So anytime you have a number with the exponent set equal to 1, go ahead and just set the exponent equal to 0. Okay, I'm going to skip a couple. These are basic. This next, well, let me do 7. I have 1 over 625 to the negative x equals 125. Again, we already did something with 625 and 25, so we know that the base has to be 5. Okay, so you need to remember that when you have a fraction, that means you had a negative exponent. So I'm going to rewrite this as 5 to the negative 4 to the negative x equals 5 cubed. Negative 4 times negative x gives you 5 to the 4x equals 5 cubed. Okay, so I can drop the bases, so 4x equals 3. I'm going to divide by 4, so x equals 3/4. Okay, on number 8, I have 9 to the 2x minus 5 and 27. So I can rewrite those both using a base of 3. So I have 3 squared to the 2x minus 5 equals 3 cubed. Distribute that 2 to these ones. So I have 3 to the 4x minus 10 equals 3 cubed. And so I have 4x minus 10 equals 3. Add 10. So 4x equals 13. Divide by 4. X equals 13/4. Okay. Number 9, I have the base of 4 and 8. So I'm going to rewrite those using a base of 2. So this would be 2 squared to the 3x plus 5 equals 2 cubed to the 4x minus 3. I'm going to multiply 2 by those and the 3 by those. So I end up with 2 to the 6x plus 10 equals 2 to the 12x minus 9. So then I have 6x plus 10 equals 12x minus 9. So I'm going to subtract 6x. So I have 10 equals 6x minus 9. Add 9. 19 equals 6x. Divide by 6. So x equals 19, 6. Okay. On number 10, again, I have a fraction, which means I need a negative exponent. And we're going to use the base of 2. So I don't have to change the first one. So I have 2 to the x minus 3 equals 2 to the negative 4th. So x minus 3 equals negative 4. Add 3. X equals negative 1. On number 9, okay, we're going to rewrite these all using a base of 3. So 9 would be written as 3 squared. This is to the negative 3x times 3 squared to the x equals 3 cubed. First thing we have to do is simplify these. So this is 3 to the negative 6x times 3 to the 2x equals 3 cubed. When we multiply exponents with the same base, we add them. So this becomes 3 to the negative 4x equals 3 cubed. Okay, so now we're down to one base on each side, so we can drop the bases and have negative 4x equals 3. Divide by negative 4 and get x equals negative 3/4. And the last one, I have 3 different numbers. Still have to have the same base. We can use the base of 3. So 81 becomes 3 to the 4th times 3 squared to the negative 2b minus 2 equals 3 cubed. The first thing I have to do is simplify. So I have 3 to the 4th times 3 to the negative 4b minus 4 equals 3 cubed. Again, when we multiply exponents with the same base, we add them together. So this is going to make the 4 and the negative 4 cancel out. So I have 3 to the negative 4b equals 3 cubed. So then I can drop the base and have negative 4b equals 3. Divide by negative 4. So b equals negative 3/4. Okay. If you need to, you can find your homework on my website. There's a link to it. Other than that, have a great afternoon.